Hey y'all, welcome back to Krista's Kitchen. So we took the summer off to visit with family, work, spend a lot of time with the kids and going places and just different adventures and seeing some family that are going through a lot right now. But school is back in session, so hopefully we're going to be able to bring y'all some new videos, try some new recipes, and lots of different things. But first I've got to get all the groceries brought in, and then we'll get started on cooking and prepping for dinner tonight. Okay y'all, so the first recipe that we're going to make is our beef roast. Now, I have my Ninja Foodie pot down in the sink just because this is easier for me to work with because of my stature. I'm very short. But we had some beef roast on sale at Super One this week. And they're only in these family packs. So to get the sale, you have to buy in the family pack. So that's what I did. It's 6 pounds total. So this is about probably 3.5, 4 pounds in my mind. And this is probably the other 2 pounds. I'm going to go ahead and cook it all up because leftover beef roast is delicious. But this whole pack was $18. So pretty good deal. I'm going to pull off these big chunks of fat because we don't need that. But I'm going to pull this out of the sink. I'm going to sear this in my Ninja Foodie on the air crisp function on a few sides just to seal in all that moisture. You don't have to do this step, but it's nice. So I'm going to pop this in the Ninja Foodie for just a few minutes on each side, and I'll see y'all back in about 10 minutes. Okay, now that we have a little sear on most of the sides of our roast, we're going to drop in just 1 stick of unsalted butter, some pepperoncini peppers. I like quite a bit, and I like the juice. This is about a little less than half, maybe a third of the jar left. I'm going to drain some of the juice off because I don't want quite all of it, but I do still want a good bit. I'm just going to pour the rest in there. This does give a little kick, but this is not spicy by any means. And since we have 6 pounds of roast, we're going to kind of double our usual seasoning packets. And it doesn't matter what brand, at least in my mind it doesn't matter. So I have just the store brand pack of ranch, the dry seasoning mix. We're going to do 2. Remember, we have a lot of meat in here that we need to flavor. And this is the Hidden Valley brand of ranch. These are just what I happen to have on hand. It really depends on what store I'm in and what kind of deal I can find on which brand I get. And then we're going to use 3 packets of au jus gravy mix. I have 2 of the Pioneer and 1 of the Albertsons, or the Signature Select, which is the Albertsons brand. We are going to add just a little bit of water because we're pressure cooking this, so you have to have some water to so it doesn't give you the burn notice. But with the juice of the peppers, and then I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup of water. Then with the butter in it, it's going to create enough of the liquid, and then our beef is going to create a lot of liquid as well. So this is going to go in our Ninja Foodie on pressure cook function, and we're going to cook it for 2 hours. Now the reason we're pressure cooking it for so long is there's a lot of meat in here, and it really has to tenderize. So I do about 20 to 30 minutes per pound of meat. So that gives us about 2 hours. And unfortunately, this is one of those things that you can't lift the lid to check it. You just got to let it go through. Our roast is all done. Look how yummy it turned out. And this is pretty much a fail-safe recipe. I mean, you just kind of throw it in and go. And if you don't have a pressure cooker, you can still do this in your slow cooker. It's going to take a lot long. It could even go in the oven. But it's something definitely worth doing. Just paired it with some mashed potatoes, some corn, and a roll, and dinner is ready. Okay, y'all, so tonight we're making a super easy, fun take on one of our quick meals. Normally for this dish I use a cheesy rice kind of bottom layer for this. Something like this, creamy 4-cheese rice-a-roni, but we really like the cheesy Mexi rice, I think is what it's called. It's on the Mexican food aisle at Walmart grocery, I know, but whenever I went the other day I didn't see it. However, we have some leftover rice from our Chipotle boxes and some leftover black beans, which this dish we also use black beans in. So we're going to use that in this dish tonight instead, and so that way you'll see how we're able to use that and make things go further. Albertsons has their chicken on sale this week, so I went ahead and bought the limit, which was 10 pounds of chicken, and this is one of those giant chicken breasts that was included in that 10 pounds. So I'm canning up the majority of it, and then the rest of it I'm going to use and cook. So I just butterflied that because this is super, super, super thick. And I don't need that much. I want it to cook faster and I don't need it that thick. But I just butterflied it into 2 pieces. I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper and some taco seasoning. So I'm just seasoning one side, and then whenever I get this down in the pan, I'll season the other side. So let me wash my hand and I'll move the pan over so y'all can see it a little bit better. Okay, so I have the oven preheating to 375 and I've oiled the bottom of our pan. Now normally I would not recommend using already cooked items and raw items, but it's going to cook in the oven and continue going, so we'll be okay. And this is all cold, but this is our leftovers from Chipotle. Your first layer going to go down in the bottom of the pan is your rice. And now looking at this probably isn't as much rice as it looked like left over to me. But, I also have some more rice in the fridge from whenever we made fried rice the other night. So we'll use that. We like rice, obviously. So let me grab that out as well. Okay, so this is our leftover rice. So I'm just going to spread that all along the bottom of the pan. Then I'm going to take our black beans. Now normally I would use a can of black beans that I've rinsed and drained, but y'all see how many black beans we had left. Next, I've opened up a can of Mexi corn. You can use regular corn if you want. Make sure you drain it, but just sprinkle it all in. And now we're going to lay our chicken in. We want to put it in seasoning side down. Season this side with black pepper as well. A little salt and some taco seasoning. Now if you don't have a homemade salsa, store-bought is perfectly fine as well. So I pour the majority over the chicken and then I just pour the rest of the jar all around. This is going to go in the oven at 375 for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we'll take the foil off and we'll top it with cheese and then put it in just long enough for that cheese to melt and so we can make sure our chicken is fully cooked. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. We're going to remove our foil. Try and let the steam out away from your body so you don't get burned. I just want to double check that our meat is cooked all the way through. We wanted 165 and that one's good. But we're going to top it with some cheese, and in the spirit of being lazy and just using what I have, we're going to top with some mozzarella and some Colby Jack. And we are a family that loves cheese, so I'm doing several slices. You could use shredded cheese if you like. That's what we usually use. I'm going to put this back in the oven for at least 5 minutes or so. Let this left chicken breast finish cooking, but get that cheese all melted. Just sitting on here, it'll melt pretty much by itself, but we want that chicken breast to finish cooking. And there it is, y'all. Our cheesy salsa chicken. Now you could add a lot more cheese if you like, but just scoop it out and serve it. And quick and easy dinner. And like you saw, we used leftovers, for a good bit of it, and dinner can be ready in about 30 minutes. So we hope y'all enjoyed this one. Alright y'all, so our next dinner is actually what we usually have for breakfast, but we're having a breakfast night again tonight. We do those quite often, but we're doing an everything bagel. Just put a little bit of cream cheese on our bagel, and if you put it under a warm toasted bagel, it softens it up really nice and it spreads around. And then we just put a few pieces of salami. I like some bell pepper on mine, but this was a change of dinner per request of just what we have, so I don't have any bell peppers. But this is actually Eleanor's. You'll see I slice the little salami in half and make a couple little layers around. And there we go. Quick and easy breakfast or dinner. And if you need a little bit more than this for your dinner, then you just add a bowl of soup to it, and yummy, yummy, and oh my goodness, it's so quick. And we love it, don't we?
Yep.
Alright y'all, we will see y'all hopefully again next week. We hope you enjoyed our meals for this week. Y'all have a great back to school week, and we will see y'all again soon. Bye.